It's over, folks. It's over, folks. It's over, dude. Never watching baseball again. Never. It's over. I'm done with it. The bad guys always win. All right? The billionaires always win. The villains always win. There's nothing we can do about it. You know? Nothing we can do. And that's that, dude. Talk to my lawyers, you know? Talk to my lawyers. I don't even know what to say, you know? I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? Bang bang, yes. Niners won. That was definitely nice. Played really well. But of course, another ACL injury on our rookie. So awesome. You know? Awesome, dude. The Meadowlands claim another one. Yeah. You getting your remembered gift tomorrow? Nice. Paul, I hope your dad is okay. I hope he, I hope everything goes smooth and he recovers. Sun will rise, the birds will chirp, the boys of summer will return next year. I don't know. Must make your own happiness, so I choose to be happy and remember the good times. So happy LA won? No. No. MAGA man. Man, that's a wild name to have. Yeah. That's a wild name to have. But look, this is an inclusive channel, so live how you want to live. If you want to identify that way, we support it. Look, man, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of the billionaires winning. I'm tired of the rich teams, the privileged teams winning. You know? Just tired of it, man. Just tired of it. I had a whole rant about Ohtani. Okay, he's not the GOAT, but I'll get into it another time. Just right now, I can't do it, dude. And go Chiefs. I don't know, man. You know? Bills beat the Chiefs, by the way, at the Ralph. And as a reminder, I will be at the Ralph this year, okay? I will be doing a video at a Buffalo Bills game. Their last season at the Ralph, okay? Unless the weather gets me again like it did a couple years ago. Then I don't know. We'll see. But for now, the plan is that your boy will be at Highmark Stadium. What is going on? Why is someone playing sounds outside? So strange. Anyways, Ruth is the GOAT. Barry Bonds is the GOAT. Boom! I win again. He wins again, dude. Okay? Build me a trophy case. All right? Make it all gold like that ridiculous ballroom. Okay? They're just all right. You know, some people I don't understand that are living around here. Anyways, what's going on, dude? I don't know what to talk about. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about. What's up, Jake? Thank you. I got a baseball themed video that's supposed to come out this week. But I did say if the Dodgers win, I was just going to delete it and never talk about baseball ever again. So I don't know. I might delete it and it'll never come out ever again. But otherwise, there will be. The Red Wings beat the Sharks. Just, all right. You know? All right. The Pacers with like 7 people out on a back-to-back. They've been struggling all season and they beat the Warriors. It's just vanilla Coca-Cola, folks. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. If any of the fine folks at Coke are in the chat and they want to partner up, I'm right here, dude. Come get me, dude. And here's my theory, dude. I think Brock Purdy, I think he got vaporized or something. I think they don't want to tell us. I don't think Brock Purdy exists anymore. I think Brock Purdy was a figment of our imagination and that we're never going to see him again. That's what I think. All right. Commanders getting smacked by the Seahawks. What happened to the Commanders, dude? There was so much hype to start the year. There was so much hype. Dodgers got lucky. Look, the Blue Jays, man, dropped everything, every opportunity given to them. They screwed it up. Twice. A runner on first heads to second because he thought the last pitch was a walk and it was a strike. And they got thrown out easily. Twice that happened in this series, dude. And then that last play at home, everyone's analyzing it. It's all over the place if you haven't seen it. What's his name? With the double name? I can't think of his name. He had like no lead off third, and he gets thrown out at home. Why do you have no lead, dude? Max Muncy is twice the distance from the bag as you. And you're the go-ahead, not even the go-ahead, you're the World Series winning run. And you have a 2-foot lead? Fix was in, dude. Balls juiced, folks. I saw it live. Balls juiced. That Miguel Rojas home run, dude. There were so many home runs this postseason. They just tap at it and it flies over the wall. Okay. We already went through this. I showed you guys my evidence, and I won again. I showed you that last week or the week before. I don't remember. But the ball is juiced, and that's that, dude. The amount of 50-plus home run hitters every year, get out of here, dude. Get out of here. We talked about Cecil Fielder's 50 home runs for years because it was such a big deal. For years. And now it's just every year there's a 50 home run hitter. Oh, okay. And I don't care if the ball is juice. Just say it is, you know. The Blue Jays had some of the worst base running I've ever seen by a professional team for a series. Just horrific base running, dude. What do you think about UCLA putting out their contract to play at the Rose Bowl? They're pulling out. I knew they had like a dispute, but where are they gonna play? I knew there was a dispute and like a lawsuit. Kiner Falafa, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I knew there was a dispute, but I didn't know they were actually pulling out. Weird things that happen in baseball. The same thing happened to the Red Sox for years. Yeah. Shot Simple, what up? How do you explain Bucky hitting that random home run out of nowhere to beat the Red Sox in the playoffs? True. How you playing the first baseman? Just missing that play, causing the Mets to win Game 6. What's his name? Yeah. It was a pretty good World Series as a neutral. It was an entertaining World Series, but the Blue Jays just blew it. And it's just frustrating. And look, to their defense, their whole team was injured. George Springer could barely swing the bat. Bo Bichette was, he couldn't even run. They should have just kept him in the game, though. The pinch running for him was a bad decision. And then it lined up where the Dodgers didn't have to rely on their terrible bullpen. They had starters for Game 7. They went to all starters. Like, that worked out for them. I want robo umps. I'll say that. Again, I think some of the strike calls, ball calls, whatever, were terrible. Way out of the zone. I think that probably went both ways, though. I'd have to watch it back again, so I'm not gonna say that was fixed, but I don't know. It was just sloppy, and the Blue Jays had so many chances to win it all, so many chances, and just blew it with terrible base running, not timely hitting. Was it Game 7 or Game 6? One of them, I think it was Game 7. They just kept getting like doubles with 2 outs. Like, hey, how about you get the double with no outs? Hey, let's get the double with 2 outs and with no outs, and then see what happens. Instead of doing it with 2 outs, huh? I think they should have kept Scherzer in. I think he could have gone another inning or 2. I don't know. There's just a lot of but the base running is egregious. I mean, what was it, Game 6? The one Kike Hernandez threw him out at second. Just, what are you doing? Was that Barger? Who was that? I forgot who it was on second. But just to get thrown out, a hit to the right fielder, you get thrown out at second. You get doubled up at second. That's ridiculous. That is the worst base running. And that's why baseball is dead to me, dude, because the billionaires are going to keep winning, dude. And I'm radical now. I'm radical. And that's that, dude. Talk to my lawyers. Talk to my lawyers, dude. They'll be drafting up paperwork right now. Baseball died when the A's left Oakland. I feel that. That's the same thing Arizona did in 01. They brought in Randy Johnson. Well, I'm not complaining about the starters. I mean, Madison Bumgarner is one of our biggest heroes. I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying it worked out that they had starters available so that they didn't have to go to their terrible bullpen. I'm not saying that as a complaint. I wanted to think the Dodgers were going to win it at 4. Yeah, Blue Jays had so many opportunities to win it. Just 3. Baseball will get better. It sucks right now. I'm not even mad. Birds suck. Just like a parody in the sport. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. Thank you for the $5, by the way. I appreciate that. I do have an addiction to Monster energy drinks, and that will help me get one. Thank you so much. That will keep me editing because I edit every single day, all day, 365. I am editing videos. UCLA is rumored to be playing at SoFi. That's so stupid. I would hate that. Taking Bo out of the game for pinch runner was the game right there. That was so dumb because you would have had him up to bat the next inning. It's like, honestly, I almost never support pinch runners. I almost always hate the decision because it's like, what if you go to extra innings? Like they had the 18-inning game. Like, you're going to take one of your best players out for just a slight speed advantage? Like, that, to me, that's dumb. And wasn't it like the 8th inning? Or was it the 9th? I can't remember. But either way, I was like, why are you going to take one of your best players out to get just a slight speed advantage? Because for the most part, think about the runs scored. Most runs that get scored, overwhelming majority, it's not a close play. It's not a bang bang play. They're getting knocked in, you know, they're already on third. They're getting knocked in from third. A deep sac fly, a home run, whatever it may be. Like, for the most part, it's not you're on second and you got to beat the right fielder with a cannon arm at home. Like, yes, obviously that does happen, and it would be nice to have that advantage, but you don't want to take out one of your best players just for the slight possibility that that's the play. Because it's still not the end of the world, because you can just hold up at third and get another crack at it. Like, it's just, it was stupid, you know? Lando Norris, Monster Energy Drink? No, I haven't. Think that demonstrates that the Blue Jays were always trying too much and they were way too nervous. Confident team would try to stretch a single into a double unless they knew. Yeah, I could see that. I'm not doing good. Eighth inning. It was the eighth inning. Didn't Vladdy hit a double the next dig, and then they got the guy to replace. Oh yeah. Also the sacrifice bunt. In that last inning. I used to be a big proponent of small ball. And now it's just every time you're just giving away an out and for barely anything. You know? Like, I would have rather they tried the suicide squeeze when they had the bases loaded. I don't know. Do agree with you, because as soon as they change the catcher's rule, you can't even run into him. So what's the point in putting a pinch runner if you can't tackle the catcher? What's the point? Yeah. Bows take off in the bottom of the ninth. So they went for it, but silly move. Yeah, it was dumb, man. Like, with a close game, to take out one of your best players, just dumb. I think the Dodgers need Kyle Tucker and Paul Skeens. See, that's why I hate Dodgers fans. They're the worst fans in baseball. Just the entitlement, just no integrity. You know, look, as a Warriors fan, I didn't want Kevin Durant because I have integrity. When the 49ers were trying to get Peyton Manning from the Colts, I didn't want it. I wanted to play with Alex Smith. I wanted to win with our guy. And we could have. If he didn't get benched. I just want parity. I guess silver lining is maybe they'll do something. Now, I don't think just a salary cap is the right move. I don't think that'll help. I mean, it maybe help a little, but no, I think you need a whole sweeping array of changes. And the thing is, I still want the players to get their money. Like, the players deserve the money, so I'm not like I'm definitely not on the owner side. You guys know I hate the owners. That's the only reason I don't like a salary cap, because then the owners can be like, oh, sorry, we're keeping the money. But there needs to be a payroll floor. I think it's got to be a combination payroll, like not even a cap. I don't even want just a hard cap. I want changes to the luxury tax rules and a floor. And I want basically the luxury tax. If you go over that luxury tax, better the system, because they do, like, I know some of the money goes around, but like, it needs to be a more solid system where if you're the Dodgers, who make more money and have more money and you have more privilege than pretty much every other team in the league, that you have to, it's like revenue sharing. You have to like share the wealth, and there has to be something that goes to the other teams. I want parity. The good thing though about baseball is the game naturally has parity in it, because it's such a difficult game and the margin of error is so slim. That's why even a team like the Dodgers, who, you know, do everything they can to get every advantage and buy their way to it, they can still almost lose, because baseball is an incredible sport. That's why it's such a good sport. But it's got to be something, man. Because, like, again, Yamamoto, incredible job, incredible pitcher. But it's like, of course he goes to the Dodgers, you know? Like, he's not going to Milwaukee. He's going to Los Angeles. If he's moving here from Japan, he's not, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to go to Baltimore. Like, I'm, there's just got, I don't know. Did you see Blake Snell and Glasnow? No, I didn't watch that stupid link, dude. I don't know why you guys, like, honestly, you know, I have fun with it and joke, but like the gloating is honestly weird. Like if it was me, like when KD was on the Warriors and we were winning championships, I wasn't gloating. And I'm not saying don't have fun. Like I'll still have fun. I still went to the parades, but like I wasn't gloating. Cause I knew, like, well, it's not fair. You know what I mean? Heading towards a whole season loss in 27. Yeah, that might happen. We'll see. We need a salary cap, but we need a salary forward. We need a salary cap. So you even, because you're a Dodgers fan, right? You even want a cap? Definitely pro lockout. I'm just pro whatever. I want this is, I feel like two separate thoughts. I hate all the owners and I want them to get their comeuppance. But also I want the league to be as fair as possible. And you can't make it 100% fair. It can't. There's never going to be a perfectly even playing field because, again, using Yamamoto as an example, he wants to play in Los Angeles. He doesn't want to play in Cincinnati. There's certain advantages certain places will always have. And look, San Francisco has a lot of those advantages too. I'm not saying we don't. The only difference is I acknowledge it and don't gloat about it. It's nice watching that 18-inning game. That game was intense, man. Massive fan of those. No runners on second for extra innings in the playoffs. Yeah. You know, that rule doesn't bother me as much in the regular season because I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, just let's get a winner here. But, yeah, it feels good to go back to that in the playoffs. Maybe like the NBA where there are tax aprons. Yeah, something like that. I want to see a draft for all baseball players not from U.S. so the Dodgers can't get all the good players. Ricky, that's a good idea. An international draft. I mean, baseball used to have the international draft, right? Did they change that? We used to have the draft for like all the Latin American players, I thought. Am I tripping? Am I wrong? I usually don't pay attention to a lot of the business side stuff. I'll be honest with you. Even though I wasn't gloating when Katie's with us. For me, we're mature. Yeah, exactly. But look, we're an inclusive channel, so do your thing. I'm not gonna say don't do it. I just think it's weird. Never see the MPB and MLB so interconnected again. It was the Ohtani effect, dude. Yeah, the amount of money and attention that Ohtani generates is crazy. Like me, I would never root for a coward, but LA for the women, weed, and weather. Yeah, exactly. Even if I wasn't, yeah, I'm a Dodgers fan. I'd rather have a floor than a cat. Got heckled by all my school friends about, yeah, but you're from Southern California, so those school friends heckling you, are they from Southern California? Because if so, they're not actually Warriors fans. They're just bandwagon fans. That's one thing. I've said this before. When I see online, and this is not at you, man. So like, I'm using that as a jumping off point. Okay. There's people who are like, when you like Reddit comments in the NBA subreddit, they'll be like, oh, ever since 2016, like Warriors fans are insufferable. And it's like, what Warriors fans? The ones from wherever you live in Ohio? Those aren't Warriors fans. Those are bandwagon fans. They just happen to choose the Warriors, dude. Remember, like I said last week, someone was like, oh, as a lifelong Warriors fan. No, you're not. If you're not from the Bay, no, you're not. Now, look, you can be a fan of whatever team you want, no matter where you're from, but you got to play the background also. That's my rule. And I think I'm correct. Because if I was a fan, all right, so like, for example, European football, right? I didn't grow up with it. I'm not from there. I don't really even know where my family ties are in Europe. I don't know. You know, I'm a mutt. I'm just all mixed up. But like, I liked Chelsea for a while because of Drogba. But I didn't want to be a Chelsea fan because they were too good. So I'm like, I'm not just going to be a fan of the good team. But even if, let's say, because I really like Drogba. So, like, if I just became a Chelsea fan, I was like, you know what? I'm a lifelong Chelsea fan through the good and the bad, the ups and the downs, blah, blah, blah. I don't get to speak for Chelsea. I don't get to speak for the fan base. I have to play the background. But for some reason, other people get to speak for the whole fan base when they're not even from the place. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you can't be a fan or you're not worthy or anything. I'm just saying, like, we have different roles. That's all I'm saying. So those Warriors fans who were heckling you, I don't think they were Warriors fans. I think they were bandwagon fans that happened to choose the Warriors. Anyways. Look, he's on one, dude. The kid's on one. And I see what you say. I understand you want a floor. And this is the thing. I hate repeating myself. I'm not mad at the Dodgers for what they do. They're using every advantage they have, and they're trying to win. That's cool, and I respect that. Every owner should be doing that. But the fact is, most owners can't do that, or they're unwilling to, and they need to get out. But some of them literally can't. They don't have that kind of money. And obviously, they're filthy rich by our standards, and I hate all of them anyways. But some of them just can't do it on the same level as the Dodgers, and they don't have Los Angeles, California as the biggest selling point possible. So my problem, like I said, is the fans who don't just acknowledge that. Just acknowledge that you're privileged. You are the rich kid flexing the car that your parents bought you. And that's not a flex to me. And again, I've been through it because we got KD with the Warriors. And even then, it was just one guy. We didn't sign 3 MVPs from other teams like the Dodgers and other Cy Young Award winners and All-Stars. Anyways, dude, he's on one. And this is no hate. We're just talking sports. This is nothing personal. Jaden Daniels' injury just now, that was awful. Oh no, what happened? What happened to Jaden Daniels? Yeah, I still hate the pitch clock. We don't have I thought we had an international draft. Because he refuses to speak his own. I can't root for someone who needs an interpreter when he seeks proper. I don't know that. Mino Otani has been here for almost 12 years. Look, we got Tony Vitello, dude, and that's it. The game's changing. I can attest that. I'm pretty much a Warriors bandwagon fan, though I did start to support them Game 3 of 2015 finals. My nan, granddad, mom, all from West London. Growing up, I wasn't allowed to support anyone but Chelsea. Yeah, dude, shot simple. Like, he's a good example. He's a good fan. And he's international. He's not trying to bark orders, though. You know what I mean? A lot of his Warriors fans have been pushed out going to games themselves, and companies have bought it out. Yeah, I mean, that's a separate issue. That's why the arena sucks sometimes. Most fans can't even go to games anymore. Yeah. It was his arm. Jaden Daniels broke his left arm at the elbow. Ooh. He was getting hit or he fell. Dang. That sucks, dude. His left arm, so not his throwing arm, right? He's right-handed, right? Who's the lefty? We got a lefty in the league. What's up, Mark? Look, man, I'm hurt, okay? I'm hurt that the bad guys always win. And again, I could accept it. Hopefully this leads to changes. I could accept it. It's really just the fans. You shouldn't be gloating about it. Have fun. Go to the parade. Enjoy it. That's great. But there's no reason to gloat. It's weird. It's weird when you're, like I said, you're the rich kid flexing the car that your parents bought you. Just be real about it. Because look, the Giants they're trying to do the same thing. They're trying to dish out these fat contracts too. And we swung and missed on a bunch, like Bryce Harper Aaron Judge, I think Juan Soto we were talking to. So, like, we tried, and I don't support that. I don't want that. I don't like these mega contracts like that because I don't think one player gets you over the hump like that. That's why the Dodgers needed 7 of them, But, look, the Giants are going to get there too, and I will, regardless what happens, I won't gloat about it when we have advantages over other teams. But the one thing the Giants got to do, though, is get the farm system in order because that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Because that's ridiculous, dude. What? I don't know, man. Read option play, braced his fall with his left arm. It snapped. Oh, man. Oh. Skip class for the parade. My professor will understand. I mean, I would too. My whole life, I never missed a parade until 2022 Warriors parade, and I missed it because I got COVID. COVID got me hard. But honestly, I wish I would have just like triple masked up and just gone to just look at it so I could say at least I, like even from a couple blocks away, and I could have just been like, at least I was there. Do you like deferring money? I do not like deferring money. I don't think that is fair. But look, the Dodgers were smart to figure it out. And I don't think they're the only ones doing it, right? I think there's other teams doing it. I mean, look at Bobby Bonilla Day. The Mets are still deferring money. Aren't the Reds still paying Ken Griffey Jr. too? Or the White Sox? Someone. I thought someone was paying Ken Griffey Jr. too. I don't know. Look, man, we got Tony Vitello. I believe in Buster Posey. I hope we compete. But I want changes. I don't necessarily want a lockout, obviously, as a fan. Like, I want them to play. I want a season to happen. But is it going to be better for the integrity of the sport long run? Possibly. But as mentioned last week too, like, gambling has to get out of the sport. Because now it's hard to trust anything. There's just, like I said, some of these things, it's just like, it's just games. Who cares? Just sports. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But I just see metaphors and the symbolism behind it of how it connects to bigger societal issues. Because it's like I said, what happened with the A's, it's a good metaphor for what's happening in society in general. With the way the rich people are basically exploiting us for their own gain. And so that's why, obviously, I love sports and all that. So there's that. But there's also this. That's why I get so passionate in everything, because it's like I see the connection. Because I want to buy a house someday, and it's probably never going to happen, dude. Your boy ain't getting a house. And I work real hard. We got Raffy Devers. Yeah, we did get Devers. Again, the Giants are also a privileged team. We're not a not privileged team. But here's the thing, dude. I'm fair. Like, not a lot of people are as fair as me. I don't like to win if it screws someone over. Your boy's for the community, dude. I'm for community, not competition. Competition should be on the field only. It should be collaboration and community. Okay? And that's the same with baseball. All the teams should get a fair shot. But they don't. So the competition is not just on the field. It's in the offices also. It's in the payroll. It's in the banks. Your boys got it together, dude. But look, I said I would never watch baseball again. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I said I would divert my eyes if I even just drove past a Little League field. But look, man. Maybe it'll be a new day. Maybe there will be a future where every little kid from every team has a fair shot at seeing a championship and going to a parade, A lot of kids who grew up in the greater Seattle area and they've never gotten the chance, you know what I mean? They've never gotten to see the Mariners in the World Series. 32 years for the Blue Jays. You could be a 32-year-old man, never see a championship. But I believe in a brighter future. I believe that one day everyone will see their team win a championship. Everyone will see their team have the opportunity to sign a superstar, an MVP. Or see them draft a future MVP, future Hall of Famer, and get to see them play out their career. And eventually get a statue. Because I've been lucky, right? Come on, man. I got Buster Posey. I got Steph Curry. I got Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, Steve Young. And they went to other teams, but you know what I mean. Right? I got Frank Gore, dude. We're going to have a Draymond Green statue someday. I can't wait. There is a brighter day, folks. There's a brighter day. And we're all going to get there together. That's what I believe. That is what I believe. But not for Expos fans. Okay. That's that, dude. Talk to my lawyers. Talk to my lawyers, dude. Which Dubs parade did you miss? No, I missed 2022, the last one in San Francisco. I went to all the ones in Oakland, but the one in San Francisco was when I got COVID. I went to the finals. I went to the finals that year, and I got COVID at the finals. And I know I got it at the finals because I was super safe. The finals was the only thing I did. Thing about Chelsea, though, everyone calls me a bandwagon supporter because a Russian billionaire brought them, made them start winning. Yeah, I knew about that a little bit. Giants got a superstar in Rafi Devers. Oh, yeah, I read that. All these gambling stories make me second guess everything now. Yeah, the gambling's got to get out, man. Pandora's box has already been open, my friend. I don't think there's anything you can do to close that horrible, evil industry. Maybe not. Really such the same. Daniels and Stroud are out. Oh, yeah, how did C.J. Stroud get hurt? Happy the Seahawks won. Jaden Daniels injury. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Nice sentimental touch. You know it. Seahawks had a parade 11 years ago, so we got that. But I mean, I'm talking about Mariners fans. You know, there's some kids growing up as Mariners fans, and they want to see a parade, right? To be fair, I'm not sure many people would have predicted the Blue Jays, Mariners, LCS. No, for sure. That was awesome, man. And I'm glad the Mariners at least got some like postseason success finally. Like, it's cool to see. Like, obviously every team can't win every year, but I want every good fan out there to be able to enjoy success and have fun. But it's not fun if, you know, think of all the years with just the Yankees just dominated. Like, that's no fun, dude. And then Rocco Memorial, dude, that would be dope. Cal Raleigh be the next Buster Posey. Don't know if he was as good as a hitter as Cal. Is that accurate? Buster was not. Buster was a better overall hitter. Cal Raleigh hits way more home runs. But Buster Posey was also an elite defensive catcher. I went and watched that Expos documentary. I did too. That's why I wore the hat. Did you hear about the little turtle commissioner saying that Vancouver could be an option? Put a team in Vancouver and not back in Montreal. I didn't hear him say that, but that would be interesting because it would be on the West Coast as opposed to two East Coast Canadian teams. Obviously, I love the Expos. I really do. I love the history. I liked the Expos as a kid. I liked. I think I've talked about this before, but Marquise Grissom was one of my favorite players. He came to the Giants eventually, too. Cliff Floyd, I really loved. Rondell White. So as a kid, I loved the Expos, and I loved them because they were different, you know? You had the whole French-Canadian thing. Their stadium and their field was weird. You know, they had their jerseys were unique with the color blocking, and then they had the powder blues. Like it was just different, and I really enjoyed that. And I guess that's one of the reasons I'll always hate the Nationals, because they took one of the most unique teams and made it into the most generic team. I mean, the Washington Nationals are like if a TV show didn't have rights to the MLB and they had to come up with a fake baseball team, that would be the Nationals. Just so generic, so bland, so boring, you know? And you got rid of one of the most unique teams for that, and I don't like that. And I watched the documentary, and I don't know how I feel about it, because I feel like the documentary put too much blame on fans, or not even just fans, but like, oh, they didn't make enough money. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's the owner's fault. What are you talking about? Like, it wasn't just the conversion rate that hurt them. Like, get out of here. You know what I mean? They could have did more, dude. Sell more merch. How about that, dude? Sell knickknacks if you're not profitable, dude. You know? Now I get the issues of trying to build the stadium, and maybe it's true that the owners didn't have the money to get a stadium built. I just don't know how hard they actually tried to find investors and stuff, you know? Like they could have did something, man. So I don't know. The documentary, I feel like, left out stuff, but maybe not. And I wish the documentary would have had more about the experience of games and slightly less on the business side. And I understand that was the focus of the documentary. Like, it's called Who Killed the Montreal Expos. I get that was going to be a focus of the story, but also I just wanted to like experience Expos fandom and the experience a little more vicariously through the documentary, and they didn't show that enough, I don't think. You know. His deeper in the fields as an Oakland fan for sure. Let's go Tony Vitello. Let's go. Jen Daniels suffered similar injury as him. The red cord. Yes, but here's the problem with this fitted. And I got to stop buying hats, man. I think I'm going to stop. Like, just the quality control. This is from Hat Club, but just look. Can you tell how big it puffs out on the sides? Like, just the quality control of New Era now. But it is a nice hat. It is a nice hat. I love the Olympic Stadium patch. I didn't see Mariners playoff game till I was in my 20s. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Blue Jays wouldn't want a second team. Yeah, probably not, but Todd Bowley owns Chelsea, guy that owns the Dodgers. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, Chelsea's out of here. Baseball Vancouver is split between Blue Jays and the Mariners. Yeah, I feel that would be hard if I was from Vancouver. I mean, I think I would go Mariners because of just location, but I would also feel like, dang, I want to root for the Canadian team. You know? What's up, Jennifer? A tiny Canadian dollar was worth half the American dollar. That's a massive problem. I know it's a massive problem, but like the Blue Jays figured it out, you know? Darken the shades to hide the eyes, keep everyone falling in love, or what? Nah, it's because I wear the glasses when I'm angry, and I'm angry. So, I suffered similar. Oh, you suffered one. Okay. Like how has the Olympic Stadium name in French on the patch? Yeah, for sure. It's a dope patch. I have another hat with this patch too. Another Expos hat. I don't know, man. Baseball. These aren't new problems, by the way. All the stuff we're talking about, they're not new problems, dude. If you read, I mean, watch Ken Burns' baseball. And read some about these old teams. It was the same money-hungry owners, like playing games like back in the 1920s and 30s. You know. All right, this is how I know we're in a simulation. Okay, new series, starting it right now. Some people are named things that babies aren't named. Do you know what I mean by that? Some people are named things that babies aren't named. You ever seen a baby named Barbara? Glenn? Have you ever met a baby named Glenn? We're in a simulation, dude. Never seen a baby Terrence. Dude, I've never seen a baby named Donald. I work with 2 Donalds. And our terrible president, MAGA man, you'll like this one. Our terrible, stupid, fascist president is named Donald. I've never met a baby Donald, dude. Never, not once. I don't know, man. I've never seen a baby Angela. Just saying, man. Mark? Have you ever met a baby named Mark? Oh, this is my he's 14 months. His name's Mark. I went to school with like 4 Marks in my grade in elementary school, dude. I never saw them as a baby. I think they just showed up one day as first graders. Dude, Greg or Craig? Have you ever met a baby Greg or Craig? No. Because they show up at 34 years old. And that's that, dude. Talk to my lawyers. We're in a simulation. There's no babies named Craig. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. A lot of hockey guys like living in the States because of our taxes. Yeah, I mean, it's still just percentages. Gail. 50% Canadian pop. Dorothy. Yeah, I feel like Dorothy's just old, though. You know? 50% of the Canadian population live around Toronto and Montreal. I think so, yeah, something like that. Former Expos owner who largely ran the team into the ground. Got a second team, being the Marlins. Yeah, this was in the documentary. Never met a baby named Bob or Robert. Yeah, baby Robert, dude? No. I knew a Robert in elementary school. I think they just show up in first, second grade. Think the Dodgers go to the White House? Yes. I don't think it's 50% shots and move. Oh yeah, maybe just Ontario. Old school names versus new era. Yeah, Dash, you're onto something, but there's got to still be some people being named that. You know? Mark, you are not a baby, dude. You are a simulation. Prove to me you were a baby, dude. I don't believe it. I think you showed up. You showed up at 6 years old. That's what I think. I've never met a baby named Beatrice. I mean, that's an old name. See, some of these are just old. But I gotta believe there's still some new Barbaras. It's too popular. They're only for babies. Nobody that shouldn't have to introduce stuff as a Tanner. Robbie? Yeah, maybe a baby Robbie. I'm going to the Warriors arena in about a week. Is the arena food just meh? There's a lot of good food. It's just expensive. I think that's the thing. Names just become old. My name was the most popular name for the year I was born, yet I haven't seen another baby with a name either. Do you feel comfortable sharing that name? I don't actually think I know your real name. Maybe I do. Oh, wait. I still got to send your stuff because I thought I gave your info to my mom who has the stuff because she does shipping. And I think she said I never did. And I was like, what the heck? So, sorry, dude. People name kids Dorothy, Dot, or Dottie. Won't be naming babies Mark or Bob. Maybe not, dude, but I feel like they are. I knew multiple Marks that were Filipino, dude. I think the Filipinos are still rocking with Mark. First Mark I knew was Filipino, I think, when we were kids. I'm just saying, dude, we're in a simulation. That's that. Talk to my lawyers. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, Josh, that's my name. That's my first name. Dylan's my middle name. But I was a baby. I was there. I can prove it. Dude, Dennis? Have you ever met a baby Dennis? Don't think so. People with common names that they're spelled differently. Yeah, that's true. Never met a baby named Gabe. Well, Gabriel is still a big baby. No, not to give my full name. My name is Ryan. It's a relatively popular name. Yeah, I knew some baby Ryans though, so I don't think you're part of the simulation. I'll come back around, be edgy, and name your kid Bruce again. Presley. Like you didn't because I'm not at that address anymore. Oh, send me the new one, please. Send me the new one, because I was about to send it to my mom. Is Emily a common name? I feel like it is. I feel like I've known a baby Emily, though. Dude, Ken? A baby Ken. We're in a simulation, dude. There's certain people are named things that babies are never named. And that's how I know we're in a simulation, because they just get programmed and show up one day. Mark's one of them. Mark, admit it, dude. You're part of the simulation, dude. Admit it. And that's that, dude. Talk to my lawyers. Talk to my lawyers. We're in a simulation. I just proved it. Barber is a cool guy. I just had a baby girl named Kaya. Name seems to be picking up popularity. I feel like I've heard that name too. And look, I like unique names. I like when people mix it up. Mix it up, remix it, flip it, spin it around, dude. All right? I like it. Hey, you know what else? This is super random. This is for the camera nerds, okay? I have my camera right here, okay? Whoa, you can see through. For my camera nerds, Shot Simple, maybe you'll like this. So, the way I film my videos, it's all run and gun, right? Like, I keep my settings, most of my settings are on auto or close to auto, you know? But I do a lot of auto because I film run and gun. Like, I don't have time to mess with the settings and get them perfect and do all that, right? So it's on auto exposure. It's on all auto. Tell me if cameras already have this feature, if anyone knows, and I'm just missing it. Because it seems obvious to me. There should be a quick button that you can press that, okay, so when, for example, when I move my camera around to different light sources, it will adjust accordingly, right? Because it's set to auto. It's constantly adjusting the exposure and the ISO and all that. There should be a button to freeze it. So if you get it where you want it, you freeze it, and then it'll stay, and then you can press it again to unfreeze it. Just a quick little pause button, a little freeze button. That to me seems like the most obvious but genius addition to a modern camera. And I don't think they have it. Unless they do, and I'm just a dummy. If I'm a dummy, say I'm a dummy. It's fine. I can take it. I can take it, dude. Knew of a baby Donald? No, you didn't. See that? Look, Mark is part of the simulation, dude. He's trying to lie to us. He's part of, dude. I'm not falling for it, Mark. I'm not falling for it, dude. The baby Donald I saw was the big blow up one that they put on the Capitol steps or whatever. You know what I mean? Do. That's called manual. Well, I have presets for specific things, but when it comes to like exposure, ISO, lock the exposure, but like, is it just a one button press? It's called manual? No, but manual, you still have to adjust. I want to just hit a button where it'll go back to all auto, and then I can just press a button real quick right on the outside of the camera, like not hidden in the menu, but I mean like a physical button on the camera where it'll just lock it. Wherever the settings are, just lock it. So for example, if I'm in a backlit place or place with backlighting, I can just get it to expose on the subject, lock it, and then it won't keep changing based on the backlighting until I press the button to unlock it. AEL button, so you'd be able to map out one of the buttons to do it. I'm going to look into that because that would be so helpful. And yeah, no, dude, the thing is, the way I film my videos, it has to be in auto. There's certain things I will do in manual when I have the opportunity, but for the most part, I have to keep it in auto. And the thing is, like, I have a lot of anxiety when I'm filming. So it's like having to sit there and adjust settings is not something I want to do. I mean, it comes out all right? Comes out okay. What is this, man? What you're asking for is manual. That doesn't exist, though. That's what I'm saying. It should exist. That's my point. This is a feature request. I'm putting this out to the camera makers. Just put a button. And look, I'm going to see. Maybe Shot Simple, maybe there is some way I can sort of, because I do have some extra buttons I don't even have programmed. Maybe there is a way to kind of like lock it, or at least like lock the exposure just right there. I don't know. But I think it should exist. I think I should be able to put everything on auto and have a freeze pause button. When are we getting a 24-hour stream? Dude, you do not want to see my 24-hour life. I am a boring person. I'm a boring person, dude. Rally Tile and March there. Okay. Drew is sharing stuff in the Discord. Anyways, what else is up, dude? You guys let me know, dude. As you can see, which way is that? That way. Who cares? It's over. Let's yap. We're yapping, dude. Because I don't know what to talk about. Your boy's hurt. He's hurt. He's upset. He's hurt. He's upset. But you know what'll help? Some vanilla Coca-Cola. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. We're not dropping out of this race, folks. Okay? We'll be right back in one of these stadiums. Never learned my lesson. You going to the World Baseball Classic? I would love to. Baseball Classic coming back this spring. I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait. World Baseball Classic is so much fun. I don't know where they're playing it this year, though. Are they doing West Coast again? I don't know. I still regret not going when it was in San Francisco. What year was that? 2013? I don't remember. Hopefully, man, I really hope next year I can go to some more stadiums, dude. Like, I'm happy I'm going to get to go to Buffalo. You know, I'm going to get to go to Buffalo. Next year, I think I have one more year to go to Nashville, to go to the Titans Stadium. I'm going to try to go to that next year. And, of course, I want to see Soldier Field in Chicago because the Bears are making a push for a new place, too. In baseball, I guess the one question mark is Tropicana Field. Now, it's almost completed. I shared some photos in the Discord. They've almost fixed the roof. But you guys know the Rays are trying to make a push to get out of there. So we'll see how that goes. But other than is baseball, are there any other stadiums being constructed right now? I mean, other than the A's one that they're never going to play in. But is there any other ones? Because next year, do I have to hit anything up? I don't know. I do want to try to go to the Field of Dreams game. Tell you that much. Victor common name? I think so. Aperture priority, so you only have to adjust aperture, not ISO or shutter speed. Maybe I could try that. I just really don't want to be, because it depends on the video too. Like, obviously some places I can take my time more, but like with the sports ones, I pretty much have to keep it in auto because it's like I got to be ready, you know? You do aperture priority, that way it will lock that one mode and you can just adjust it from there on. Yeah, for some things I might start trying that. Sorry to bring up Alex Vesia. I didn't see you bring up Alex Vesia. Good to hear you aren't dropping out of the race. I'm not. I want to, but I'm not. The World Baseball Classic usually in the U.S. and Asia. Teams like I don't know if they play in Asia too. But, it's in Miami. Some in the West Coast. Tokyo, Puerto Rico, Houston, and Miami. Dude, Houston would be fun. You went to a game in Miami? Nice. Dude, that would be so much fun. I want to go to Tokyo also, Dash, but just for like a regular Tokyo game. That's high on my list. Yeah, Ragai. Absolutely. No new stadiums being built. Kansas City. Oh, yeah, Kansas City's trying to build one. I'm going to start saving my bread. Oh, so Dash, you're going to go? You're going to try to go to Tokyo? I'm going to try to go to Field of Dreams. Showed the new Bill Stadium on TV. Yeah, I was watching it. Putting the turf right now. Yeah, I saw that overhead shot. And they said they're already putting the sod down. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish I would have gone a few years ago before they started building the stadium, because it's just now the Ralph is just in its shadow. But whatever. At least I still get to go. Still get to see it. You know, I wish I could have got some like drone shots before the new stadium was right there. Oh, they play the Asian side of the tournament in Tokyo. Okay. Use Nikon. I just tried it on my camera. You can hold a button on the back of your camera. Will lock the exposure in auto. I think I do have that button too. But I want to just be able to press it and not hold it. Camera, the button is pushing in the joystick button. Yeah, there's a button like that too on my camera. I'm rocking Sony, but as you know, like lost his child, not his wife. Yeah, that sucks. Houston. Did you go to Sacramento A's Stadium? Yes, I did a video there for opening day. And I went there for a River Cats game years ago. Who's responsible for the bad base running? I wish I knew, because it was awful. Don't want to hear Snyder say that's baseball. Yeah, no, Blue Jays had some of the best, some of the worst base running I've ever seen for a whole series. Just sustained awfulness for a whole series. Sony cameras have a dedicated AEL button on the back of the camera. Have a look. All right, I will. Not right now, but I will. Thank you for the info. You can probably double press it to lock it. Dude, that would be sick. All right, I'm gonna test it. I also just got like a little. I got a flash for my camera. I want to start doing more photography, just like street photography with people, just for funsies, dude. Just for funsies, because I don't explore anymore at night. I used to go out at night a lot, take pictures and stuff. I hardly ever do that anymore. I'm just in my little cave. Respect for the Bills for not building a dome. Yeah, I feel like they built it so that in the future they can add something across the top of it, though. Blue Jays opportunities to beat the Dodgers, and it didn't happen. Yeah, Blue Jays squandered every chance they had. Just terrible. Just terrible. You let the bad guys win. Or DraftKings made them do it. I don't know. Or DraftKings did it. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, what else is up, dude? What's going on here? Yeah, what's going on, dude? What are you guys up to? Huh? Go watch the Expos documentary. We'll talk about that's how my camera is. The 100% be away on Sony. Mine can. All right, thank you, man. Thank you. I'll double check that. My latest video is doing pretty well. It's doing pretty well, okay? And I'm happy about that. Your boy needed a win. We're at 22,000 views right now. And what's nice about it, it's converting a lot of subs. You know, it's converting a lot of subs, dude, and that's nice to see. 387 subscribers from this video. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Hopefully that means people will stick around and watch some of the other history stuff. I think for the people who actually watch, I think this next video I got coming out is going to be a really fun one. I think people will enjoy it. At least I hope they do, and it's a video I'm excited about. Okay, but Parissima. I don't know what else I was going to talk about. Parissima. But it's an incredible story, and there is more hidden history, especially in the Bay Area, right? There's hidden history that I want to tap more into. Some intriguing hidden stories, right? Or stories that are being lost to time, progress, right? Development. So if I can tap into that, I need to do that more. Now, I wasn't able to do like a dedicated Halloween episode. I would like to do a dedicated Christmas episode for funsies, right? But I don't know what to do yet. So we'll see. We'll see if I can figure something out for Christmas. And I got a lot of fun stuff in the works, man. I'm finishing up a video right now at the Texas State History Museum. Awesome museum. That video is almost done. I got some stuff from Alabama. I got 2 videos from Alabama I'm editing right now. I'm way behind editing, but again, your boy works a lot, dude. Your boy works a lot, and he works real hard on these videos. He spends a lot of time. He researches them, puts them together, finds the music, right? And yeah, man. You know what? I guess I pressed the notify bell, and I finally got a notification about your live stream today. So at least we know that they're notifying us when you go live there. You know what? I said this in the Discord, but it's interesting that I start calling out YouTube and suddenly my video starts cruising, dude. What's that all about, YouTube? You watching me, dude? You watching me, YouTube? Huh? Nah, I'm just kidding. I know that's not happening, but it is funny. The coincidence that I start yapping about YouTube being unfair and how they're screwing me over, and then suddenly my next video performs pretty well. Okay. And what's crazy about this video, it's doing really well, but the click-through rate's not even that great. I posted this in Discord also. I did a little breakdown, but the click-through rate's not even that great, and somehow it's still getting views and attention and stuff. So it's like, well, why does other videos that has that kind of click-through rate and it just hits a wall, just nothing? It's just interesting, you know. And again, I don't say these things trying to really complain. I like talking about this stuff. Other YouTubers I watch, I like when they kind of break down their analytics and stuff. It's interesting to me. And looking at, so I'm looking at the what I showed you guys before about like the content recommending my video, and for this video it's way more relevant. I mean, a gold mine hidden in the High Sierra Wilderness, California, unsolved ancient mysteries that no one can explain. East Bay Mystery Walls, Belmont, Nevada. Salton Sea, investigating Los Angeles abandoned mansions, one of the most dangerous small towns in America. All very relevant. Whereas when I showed you, I showed you the other videos that were performing poorly, and it was, you know, recommending them next to some random, like, it was so weird. You guys remember? Come on. Mukbangs and stuff, and there was like some one that was like, I think it was Brazilian. It was like Portuguese or something. It was like some couple that was getting into it or something. It was like, what does this have to do with my video? Anyways, this video is doing well, and that's cool. Went to the Timbers playoff game last night. I saw that looked fun. Needed a win, got a goal right as stoppage time was going to expire. Won in the shootout. How fun. Oh, also speaking of San Diego, Snapdragon Stadium. My brother sent me some photos. Snapdragon has some Qualcomm, some Jack Murphy, um, little. It has like a little history walk now. So I need to go check that out. I've only been outside of Snapdragon Stadium. Haven't been inside yet. You guys may remember me and my niece did a Sunday night live stream outside Snapdragon Stadium where Qualcomm used to be. You know, guess what? I pressed the notify bell. Oh, I read that. VTuber? I don't even know what a VTuber is. I've heard that term, but I don't know what it is. Explain, what's a VTuber? San Diego's goalie got kicked in the head. Ugh. Oh, yeah, you mentioned that. Did you ever find an editor? No, I did not. I did DM Paul, who's in here, and I didn't get a response. Trending upwards, folks. Nah, it's always back and forth. It's always back and forth. It's never trending either way. Timbers player was going for the ball to score a goal. His head. Yeah, it sucks. Me and your bro might be enemies till Sunday. Well, I don't know if he's a big San Diego FC fan. I don't think he cares. Bay Area throwbacks in the house. Yeah, man. What else is going on? I didn't have a whole lot of notes for today. Usually, like, I'll leave notes of like stuff I want to talk about. So my big thing today, I was gonna talk about Otani not being the GOAT, but again, I'm just not in the right headspace for that. So we're gonna pause on that. Yeah, I think I'm dying. There's something going on in my throat. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice. So I'm probably dying, but that's fine. Maybe Vanilla Coke will bring me back to life. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. They're just sucking up all the Japanese talent. Yeah, they are. Yep. International draft now. VTuber's a virtual avatar. Instead of using your face and stuff, you could be an anime guy or something. Funny. Oh, I have seen that. Okay. I mean, the dude, my pretty face is all I got going for me. You know? So only thing I got going for me. Just kidding. Going to see Back to the Future this weekend. Is it back in theaters? That'd be cool. Dude, I didn't finish it. I watched the first half. Oh, Bay Area throwbacks. I'm glad you're here, dude. Okay? Because remember, I'm super tough. Incredibly, impressively tough, right? The toughest. And I talked about this a couple weeks ago, how I don't get scared from movies. Or really anything. The haunts, you know, the mazes, it doesn't scare me, dude. Obviously I'm a human. I get scared by things, but not creepy, spooky horror stuff, because I just know it's not real, you know. And movies is the same way. I don't get scared, right? Because I'm super tough. But dude, I didn't finish it. I might finish it tonight. I finally watched the new Nosferatu. I watched the first half of it, so I still got a lot to go. It started to get me, dude. It started to get me. Dude, he's spooky. Maybe I just bought in, dude. The guy was, spoiler, I guess, maybe. He's like kind of trapped in the castle. Dude, that was, he has the meeting with them to sign the little contract. Dude, that was getting me. I enjoyed it. So I'm excited. I might not even just watch the second half. I might start it over just to rewatch everything. I just got sleepy. That's why I turned it off the other night. But yeah, that was cool. So if you haven't watched the new Nosferatu, go watch it. And the new Frankenstein, the Guillermo del Toro version, is coming out soon on Netflix, I think. I'm excited about that. And I watched It, the new It, and It Chapter 2. It was okay. It was okay. Okay, it was all right. I still need to watch the old It. But it's rated way lower, so I guess it's not that good. I don't know. I don't know. Like, why is he a clown? It just doesn't make sense. Like, he doesn't nothing. But he's like really like a demon. So why is he a clown? Also, it's just I don't. You know. And why does he do all the tricks when he could just eat people? Just eat the people. Why are you doing all the tricks? Some of it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. Saw that movie in the theaters. Fell asleep multiple times. It is a very slow movie. Nosferatu is very slow. But I like slow movies. I'm big on like the first Dune. I love slow. It's pretty slow. The King, dude, with Timothée Chalamet, dude. That movie is aura, dude, and it's slow as heck, and I love it. I love it. So Nosferatu, I like that it's slow. I started watching it too late, and I got sleepy, and I was like, I'm not gonna finish this. Let me go to sleep. Try to go to sleep. Your boy don't sleep well. Dollars are hoarding talent. That must be stopped. Yeah, I hope so. If I were a billionaire, I'd live in a place like La Jolla. La Jolla is beautiful. We're all dying. Some people get to live longer than others. True. North San Diego County. That's where my brother grew up. Oh, it's the 40th anniversary? Dang, the Goonies is older than Back to the Future. For some reason, I thought Back to the Future was a little older. Portland, Oregon feels like if San Francisco and Seattle had a baby, but Seattle got custody. Better watch the original Halloween. Dude, so on Halloween night, I tried to watch the original Halloween, but I couldn't find it on any streaming services except to rent it, and I didn't feel like doing that. So I didn't. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, dude. Talk to my lawyers. But yeah, I did try to watch it. I will try to watch it at some point. I don't know. It was cool. Sometimes it's doing too much, you know? They're just doing too much. The old lady that came running out of the shadows, she was creepy. In the painting, the lady in the painting, that was creepy. I don't know. I just want more psychological stuff and not like the big demon. You know. Frankenstein comes out Friday. Nice. Can't wait. I've heard such good things about it. North San Diego County is definitely very wealthy. Some of it, yeah, like Poway. Bruce Bochy lives in Poway. We drove by his house before. Also, I think Jimmy Butler lives there now. I think it's in North County. My brother got to go to his house. My brother was working, got to go to his house. I don't know if he met Jimmy. I think he saw him. And that's that, dude. Talking to my lawyers. What else is going on, dude? Come on. Talk to me. Talk to me, dude. Look, I love the Purissima story. I love those kinds of hidden history things. And man, there's like so many good ones I just need to do. There's like, is it 3? Yeah, there's 3 Bay Area episodes I want to do, but I need someone to help me film them. Like I can do them alone, but I don't want to. There's certain shots I want to do. I want to host it more. I want to do a Huell Hauser. So I really need help to film them. So I haven't filmed them. It's been a few years I've wanted to do these episodes. So I was going to do them with my cousin, and then he disappeared on me. Yeah, that hurts. And yeah, so until I find someone that can help me film, then can't do them. But I mean, there's obviously other stories and stuff, but I just really want to lean into that hidden history type stuff, you know? The fascinating, eerie, creepy, lesser known stories. But I love Maybe I Was a Clown for saying it's better than LA. I love Maybe I Was a Clown. I don't know what Maybe I Was a Clown is. Is that something? Or am I reading that wrong? I don't know. Warriors need to win games. That's one thought I have. You know. What else? What else? Let me just look at like what's going on in the world, dude. Let's read the news. We're gonna read the news now. Okay? That's that. World news. Let's see. Drinking water in Tehran could run dry in 2 weeks, Iranian official says. Trump says China's Xi told him he won't move on Taiwan during the Republicans' term. We love open corruption. Donald Trump says, I doubt U.S. is going to war with Venezuela, but Maduro's days are numbered. The peace guy, right? Desperate North Koreans sell blood for food as hunger crisis deepens. All because, you know, some people want to consolidate power and wealth. People are dying, starving, hungry. But this is supposed to be a joyful, happy-go-lucky Sunday night live stream, right? All right. Wasn't a good news. Wasn't a good idea to go to the news. Not a good idea. Let's get out of there. Warriors will start to win games as soon as they stop playing pods. Dude, you've ruined me because every time he misses a shot now, I think of you just being upset. Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is, he's hit or miss, you know? We need to get Melton fit. Seth into the team too. Did we re-sign Seth yet? Haven't seen Pick Van since you did that triple clone of him. That's a good point. That's a good point, dude. Venezuela is rough as well. This would be really, really stupid. Yes. Been to Lick Observatory. I think I went there once as a kid, and I wanted to do a video there. I did want to do a video there. Stop before Radical Dylan comes out. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm gonna get radical right now. Sorry, celebrating Dias de los Muertos in SF. How fun. What's up, Diosa? Reason why movies coming out this weekend, not during the summer. Oh, so it was during the summer. Marty goes back in time on November 5th. You're right. That's a good point. You got the Best Buddies bobblehead, dude. It's a nice bobblehead. That is a nice bobblehead. I won't lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you, Diosa. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the intro. I know a lot of you probably missed it. I like to have fun with the live streams every once in a while. And look, I don't have a crew. I'm a one-man band, dude. But he still does production. He still has production value, dude. That's why I'm better than Kai Cenat, dude. He has a whole team. Millions of dollars. I have negative dollars. Negative dollars, no team. No crew, dude. Like the kid, I just want him to stop thinking he is Steph and play to his own strengths. Yeah, I feel you. I would like to go see Back to the Future in theaters, actually. I will look that up. Dude. Oops. I gotta try to order this dang the Goonies Lego set. is coming out. It came out this week. So I think you can pre-order it. Let me look that up, dude. Yeah, there's a Goonies set. I'm gonna try to order it. It's just so expensive, dude. It's just so expensive. And I gotta tell you, that's the problem. It's always the money, ain't it? Alright. Create a Lego account. Let me create a Lego account, dude. Alright. I'll do this after. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted. But there's a Legos Goonie set. And we all need to be on board with this. I'm probably love to see Mariners versus Padres World Series. That'd be fun. Stone Cold said, "It ain't over, not by a long shot." Seth will be back in a few weeks. Hopefully, they say he'll be re-signed. Yeah, I was wondering how that was gonna go. This week they're showing Rocky 4 enhanced 40 minutes worth of film in Rocky 4. Just a 40 minutes added to the training montage. 40 minute extra long training montage. I mean, it's one of the best parts of the movie. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest, dude. And so what else is up, dude? I'm floundering here, folks. I'm floundering here. Oh, what the heck? I got text messages? Look, yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. Okay? Look, I'm down, 30 pounds or whatever. I kind of plateaued a little bit. But I started working out again, started doing some weights, just light weights, nothing crazy. I'm trying to just be slim. I'm not trying to like bulk or anything like that. I'm too old for that now. But I'm trying to get in better shape, okay? And it's been going good. But here's the God's honest truth. There is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ice cream bar in the freezer. And I hate to say that. It's hard to say that out loud. It's hard to admit that, right? It's hard to be honest with yourself sometimes. It's like you don't want to say it out loud because then it becomes real. But it's real. I have a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ice cream bar in the freezer. I say that to say that sometimes we stumble and we fall, okay? We stumble and we fall. I might watch Nosferatu and have that. I don't know. You know? Here's the thing, though. Dang, I'm probably gonna go get food. See, he's dropping the ball, folks. The only thing I ate today was some little, they're basically like dumplings I got from this Korean place yesterday. I got them extra, kept them in the fridge, reheated them today while I was watching, what game was I watching? I think I was still watching the Niner game, or was it after the Niner game? I think I was watching the Niner game still. So it was like 6 little dumplings, so not too much. That's all I ate today. So I'm hungry. But he has lots of... all right. Look, all right. Let's put all the cards out on the table, okay? You've backed me into a corner here. Yes, Yes, I admitted to the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ice cream bar. But I also have a full pint of Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey. Ugh. Dang it. You got me again, dude. Look, you put me in a corner. And I had to admit to it. He has a whole pint of Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey in the fridge. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? I could eat that whole pint in one sitting. I won't. I promise I won't. But I could. I could. You're allowed one cheat day, Josh. We get back to working out tomorrow. You're right, but also when you have a cheat day, it shouldn't be totally off the rails. You know what I mean? Look, here's my thing. Like, my big thing is I'm trying to just cut out sugar, and that's the problem. Sugar's the problem. I don't eat like large quantities, so that's fine. And I honestly don't eat anything super like, what's all the bad things? Greasy, oily, whatever. I don't eat a ton of that. My problem is sugar. So I need to eat less sugar and drink less sugar. And then I do stuff like this. But I mean, it's totally worth it though, right? Vanilla Coke, everybody. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. If any of the fine folks at Coke are in chat and you want to sponsor up, I will eat on stream. Not gonna lie, give a food review. I suck at that though. I'm not a foodie. I don't know nothing about food. I just eat what's good. Honestly, wasn't thrilled. Dodgers won. So Schadenfreude. Yeah. Dude sitting in front of me at the Timbers game was watching the World Series on his phone. Get that ice cream, do ASMR. You're only human. I am. Not all God gives us options. Sometimes we need them in the darkest moments. You're right. You're right. But I've been doing good, though. Don't forget the standard time started today, not daylight savings time. Oh, yeah, that's the biggest thing in the world. The two things that annoys Bay Area throwbacks the most in the world is is when teams wear jerseys that aren't their traditional colors, and when someone refers to standard time or daylight savings time incorrectly. That's his two biggest pet peeves. Dumplings are amazing. Yeah, they were really good. Not bad as long as you space out your indulgence. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Any Asian foods as long as it's not stuff that's too authentic. Featuring duck. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had duck, to be honest. Reason why you drink a whole 2 liters because you're doing stuff like that. Stay more in moderation. Yeah, you're right. Don't blame yourself, man. Just proves you're human. I know. Like, honestly, I'm just joking around, you know? Like, I've been doing great. Right? Just, I like to joke. I think it's funny. I think me and my brother do that, you know? We'll get a box of ice cream sandwiches and he'll have 5 out of 6. I'll have 1 and he'll have 5. And it becomes a thing. Maybe I'll have 2, he has 4. I won't do him like that, but you know. Yeah, I'm just joking. I just thought it was funny that I have a bunch of ice cream. Yeah. But I've been doing good. I haven't been having too much lately, you know. Well, lately I have, but I mean before that. Most of this year, I've done pretty well. I was doing, you guys remember on the stream I was talking about, I was doing like sugar-free sodas and stuff. And it was going well. Sugar-free sodas are better than they used to be. They don't taste too bad. Because I'm a soda addict. I love soda. I grew up on soda. I just love soda. But then for some reason, man, like the sugar-free sodas just started tasting gross. And they started just making me feel gross. Like they give me like heartburn or something. There's something in it that just, whoa. And so it's been hard. I still have some sugar-free sodas I haven't drank because I'm just like, ugh. When I look at it, it just gives me a stomach ache. I need to get back to that though. Love to be one of those foodie channels. Yeah, that would be cool. I'm not like a food guy. I'm not a foodie. I don't know much about food. I don't have like the widest palate, the most refined palate. You know, I'm just the wrong guy to do it. Now, look on my channel, I've done some videos where I talk about food or I show food, do food. So I'll do it occasionally, but like it's not my wheelhouse. It's not my area of expertise at all, dude. You know, I know random weird history in sports. That's all I know. Saw Dodgers jersey. It was half Dodgers, half 49ers. Yeah, I think that was probably OG Carnal. Everyone knows I got beef with him. Dude. I'm open to teams wearing non-tradition jerseys. The Oregon Ducks had the Grateful Dead jerseys. Yeah, that was their colors though. Yep. Change the formula and start using a different type of aspartame. Is that what it is? Trying to just focus on water. Yeah, the water gets so old though, you know, when you just want a little, some pizzazz, dude. You want a little razzle dazzle. Ah, it's hard to drink water. I don't do any drugs, don't smoke. I love soda. Yeah, dude, soda's probably a huge reason why I originally gained weight. And I've my weight has fluctuated my whole life. Usually when I get to a certain level, I just slam on the brakes and backpedal. But this last year and a half, it got out of control, and I hit my new PR of weight. So that's why I kind of just went hard this year. You know, got all the supplements, dude, all the stuff. But trying to kick soda, man, is hard because it's so good, dude. I love soda, dude. I love a soda. Chocolate milk and apple juice. Pepsi Max is the only one no sugar I can handle. Yeah, Pepsi Max is all right. Water's still a classic, dude. Rag guy likes water. Everyone drank the drink and smoked the smoke. I eat a lot of junk food. Don't gain much weight. Well, you're young though, right? You're pretty young. That'll change. I eat a lot of junk food too because of just scheduling, just my time. Like I have time anxiety, folks, and it's never going away. Okay. I work all day. I come home. I edit all night. I'm always doing something. I'm always working on something for the most part. I'm go, go, go. I'm go, go, go. Or I'm in my head and I'm like, what's it called? Functional freeze. I'm either functional frozen or I'm go, go, go. And because of that, I get a lot of fast food. But the thing is, I get very simple things when I eat fast food. You know, I don't do the double Western bacon, onion ring burgers. I don't do any of that crazy stuff. I just get very simple stuff. So it's not as bad, and I don't eat a lot. There's times I ate a lot, but now I went to, was it yesterday or the day before? I went to my favorite burrito spot, and I couldn't even finish the burrito. I left a little bit at the end, and I used to knock back like 2 of those burritos in one sitting, and now I can't even finish one. So it's better. I got approved for the weight loss shot with my insurance. It's $2,000 a month. Why don't you try dang it, dude, what's the name? Fella. Try Fella. It's not $2,000. Try Fella. Look it up. I know if you're basing weight loss on desired BMI. I don't care about BMI. I can be skinny, but a lot of my family is like stockier. We're like not super tall and we can be kind of stocky. So, yeah, no, I don't base it on BMI. But it's been a very long time since I've been just slim, so I'm just trying to get slim, just see how that works. But I tell you, it does feel weird. I feel what's the word? I feel vulnerable being smaller. I feel like I'm gonna get beat up, dude. I feel like I'm gonna get beat up. I feel like someone will take me now. I'm like 30 pounds down. And I don't usually feel like that, dude. I'm the one who knocks. Okay? I've never been a big guy. But darn it, am I good with my motor skills? You know what I mean? Oh, I'm good with my motor skills, folks. All or health insurance in this country. Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I just hope in the future they look back at us like just what was going on, because everyone in this country should have access to healthcare for any and all reasons. Common symptom I associate soda and carbonation with unpleasant burning and pain. I love the fizz, dude. I love the fizz. One of my friends that was a Padres fan gave me a Dodgers bobblehead, but the alarm was snapped off the body. Was it the Teoscar Hernandez one? Super glue bag on, pretty nice bobblehead besides the part where it says the Dodgers. Yeah. You have more energy though? I don't know if I have more energy because I've been sleeping bad and something's wrong with my throat in here. So I'm dying. I don't know what it is, dude. There's something in there. There's no lump or anything though. It might just be, honestly, I've been grinding my teeth a lot lately. I go through phases. I'm in a teeth grinding phase. So I'm thinking, because I'm feeling something all the way down. I feel like it might be that. I hope I have more energy though. Because if I get jumped by pirates, I got to be able to defend myself, right? And it's weird being 30 pounds lighter, being like, dude, is someone just going to grab me by the ankles and spin me around now? And I'm not used to that. Someone's going to flip me upside down, dude, and shake all the coins out of my pockets because I'm down 30 pounds? Is that what's going to happen? I don't know, dude. You know? I guess I better bulk up. And when I choose to bulk up, I go for vanilla Coca-Cola. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Any of the fine folks at Coca-Cola are in the chat. Teeth grinding, nail biting phase. Nail biting is not a phase. That is a lifestyle. I love biting my nails. I will always bite my nails. I see nothing wrong with it. Dude, I'm a nail biting fool, dude. Right now, my nails are kind of short, so I'm waiting for them to grow back so I can bite them. I can't wait. I can't wait, dude. I bite my nails proudly. Now, look, I don't bite my nails like in public or around people because that's kind of gross. Just to be, But dude, I love biting my nails, and I don't just like I'm clean about it. Okay, I don't bite my nails without washing my hands. Like it's a thing, dude. It's a thing I do, and I'm never gonna stop. Okay, I'm never gonna stop, dude. I will never stop biting my nails. Ever. And don't you dare try to stop me. Look, I used to joke that these, called Coke spoons. Not sponsored, but it can be. So there used to be a thing in like the 80s where people would grow out their pinky nails. Okay? I have my ring finger nails that usually get a little longer. This is getting a little long. I got to trim that. But the reason I have these is actually because when I was a teenager, there was a lock on my door, my bedroom door. But it didn't have a key to it. It was just a generic lock. And so I literally grew my nails out so that I could unlock my bedroom door. And it was so useful that I've done it my whole life. It's so useful to have one nail at least, you know? You got to get a package open or get a sticker off. It's so useful. And I bite my other nails, so they're not useful. They're useless. But God, I love biting my nails, dude. And I'm never stopping for nobody. Or if my grandparents that rely on the food stamps won't be getting them. Dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. This administration is just a joke. In some ways, I've accepted that my weight is what it is. I mean, that's it. If you're good with it, it doesn't matter, right? I just wasn't good with it. Gamer Life's gonna really bully you down now. Yeah. You at victim weight. I am. Maybe you're turning into a mutant. What would your superpower be? Um, well, you don't really get to choose, right? If I got to choose a superpower, I mean, it's hard not to want to fly. Dude, your boy has the need for speed and there's nothing he can do about it. So if I could just soar through the sky at supersonic speeds, flying would be dope, dude. I think invisible would be dope if I could just get into bank vaults, just fund my lifestyle. Now, invisible would be too stressful because then it's like, oh, what if they bump into me? I don't want that stress. Freeze time. Freeze time would be awesome. If you could just freeze time except for you, so like I could freeze the world. Because then when I'm going to sleep or I'm tired, just freeze everything, sleep, dude, I could sleep 12 hours straight if I want. Get up, unfreeze time, and it only took a few seconds. Dude, that would be sick. Imagine how much more time you would have. And you could just save the world if you need to. You just freeze things. Like if Dum Dum over there in his fancy new ballroom, if he tries to hit the nuclear button, right? I can just freeze time and go unplug it. I have a problem with grinding my teeth when I'm asleep. Yeah, me too. I have a mouth guard, but I wasn't wearing it for a while, so I just had to make a new one. Just the simple one you boil in water. I just boiled one the other day because I have jaw problems because of it. Trim? Nah, you gotta bite it in public. Nah, I don't do that, man. That's gross. EBT works. I don't know how EBT works either, luckily. Would you take 10K or try to get 100K by scoring a shot over Wemby? 30 shots? Just one-on-one? I'm going for the 100K only because 10K, like if someone gave me 10K right now, that would be lovely, right? That would be great, but it wouldn't change too much in my life. 100K, I could pay off my car, all my credit card bills, everything, have no debt, plus have a bunch of money left over to play with. So damn, the Wemby is so tall. Because here's my thing. I'm just like, if it's in a game, if it's not one-on-one, I could find a little space and chuck up 30 shots and hit one. You know what I mean? But if it's one-on-one, oh, God, that would be hard. I feel like I could chuck up one. It's like, do I just chuck up one shot and 29 others are blocked? So it's only a one-on-one shot? I don't know. I'm going for the 100K, though, just because 10K doesn't change my life too much. Obviously, it'd be great. It'd be wonderful. But like after a month, I'd be in the same exact spot, So yeah, I'm going for the 100K. 30 shots, 1-on-1, 30 attempts against Wemby. Whew. Oh, that'd be hard. Because like if it was someone else, that just Wemby is so ridiculous. If it was someone else, it's like I could chuck up 30 shots and not get blocked. I don't know if I could with Wemby though, Dude, I'd have to be pump faking. But the problem is he knows it's me, right? I'm not Steph Curry. I'm close to Steph Curry, but I'm not Steph Curry. So like he's not gonna bite on the pump fakes. I'm not gonna get him off his feet. So what do I do? I gotta go for the 100K though. I gotta go for the 100K. Tear my ACL. You know what I mean? If you go to any sports game in history, which game would you go to? Did we talk about this before? Or no, we're talking about the sports memorabilia. Willie Mays catch at Polo Grounds. That game. Shot heard around the world at the Polo Grounds. The catch at Candlestick against the Cowboys. 94 championship game against the Cowboys when we stomped them. That'd be a fun one to be at. I definitely wish I could have been in one of Barry Bonds' like record-breaking home run games. Dude, the Joe Carter game at the Sky Dome in Toronto would be incredible. Let me think. What else? Oh, like Michael Jordan, Game 6 against the Jazz or something like that. Oh, man. Maybe Jordan's first championship win. Man, that's hard to say, you know? There's so many. I would like make a list and then just like roll a dice or something, choose one. But yeah, I think those are the options. Maybe Willie Mays catch at the Polo Grounds, being there for that that'd be sick. Today was the last day for American Six Flags. Really? My anxiety, I bit in public and didn't care. My quitting is a way to combat anxiety. Yeah, good luck with it. And I'm not trying to hate on your journey, Drew. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do for you, right? But as for me, I'm biting my nails forever, and there's nothing anyone can ever do about it. It's the only theme park in Maryland. 50 years. 50 years of theme park history. Down the drain. Point is, if the state stepped up to the plate and fund EBT, to be honest, I don't know how it all works. Yeah, I don't either. One-on-one versus Wemby, you just have to score once. You could only attempt it 30 times. Ball up top 30 times. Now, here's the thing. When I get the ball up top, because I assume we're just running regular one-on-one half court, I get the ball up top. Is he already on me? Or can I try 30, 35 footers? You know what I mean? Like, is he already on me? Because if he's checking it to me and I have space, I can chuck 30, 35 footers and hit one. I haven't played basketball in a long time, but I always had a decent jumper. I played basketball a lot. I can hit a 35 footer. I can hit a 40 footer in 30 tries. So if I get ball up top with space and I can chuck it, dude, give me that 100K. Oregon, Washington doesn't really have the big theme parks. Yeah. I think a lot of that's weather. Those pump fakes were fast. Dude, Drew, be honest. Did you jump? Did you come off your feet, dude? Places where they can be open all year round. Yeah. NBA Finals Game 6, 77. Oh, that would be cool, dude. Bill Walton. Another would be Penguins Red Wings game, 2009. I'm not familiar with that game, but I always wonder what concession stands at baseball stadiums were like in the 1910s, or if they even had them. Some of them did, and I think they would only do popcorn. That's actually a good point that I would like to figure out too, like look up. If you guys remember, let me one of my favorite things at Rickwood Field was the concession stands. Oops, too loud. I'll try to find it and see if I can show it. So they took the old concession stands at Rickwood Field and they put displays of Negro Leagues history in them. Dang, where is it? So they had, like, Rickwood Field had concession. Why did my nose get all red all of a sudden? allergies hitting me. I'm Rudolph, dude. It's Christmas season. Get off my back. Talk to my lawyers if you got an issue. I'm Rudolph now. And that's that, dude. And that's that. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. He's Rudolph. All of a sudden, my nose got runny and red. So, of course, I can't find this. Of course, I can't find this. Why would I be able to find this? That would be, you know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, these kids were so funny, dude. The Utes in Alabama. This is literally one of my favorite videos, man. This was such a fun experience. Right here at the entrance. So here's one of the old. Oh, this is the souvenir stand, and then right to the left of this, like down the little ramp, was it said concessions. So it was built into the stadium. But was that converted? Was it always like that? Because it, it was built in what, 1910? But it was. Yeah, here's the other. This is the one that said concessions right here. Oh yeah, refreshments. Sorry. So there's the refreshments window. But yeah, did this, this might not open till the 60s. I don't know, But back then too, they might have just had vendors walking around selling popcorn. Hard to say. But that's actually interesting. I wonder if Ken Burns Baseball has anything to say about that. Sharks lost. Yes, they did. When I played pickup basketball, I went into the paint. All right, throw that weight around, dude. Take $50K on the spot or $10 million if you get a base hit. 40 pitches. All right, I like this question, but do I get 40 tries no matter what, or only get one? I get 40 pitches, but if I hit one, that's it. If I get 40 pitches and I have as many tries to get a hit as possible, I'm going for the 10 million. Your boy is an all-star shortstop, dude. Do you not understand? Me and my brother did a challenge on this channel years ago at the batting cages to see how many in a row you could make contact with, and I stopped at 50. It wasn't good contact. I was out of practice, but your boy's getting a hit, dude. I got a hit when Vita Blue was heckling me when I took batting practice at Oracle Park, dude. You think I can't take Skeens deep? No, I get a single though. I can get out of the infield. No, yeah, you give me 40 pitches, I'm roping one down the line. Give me my $10 million, dude. And give me a contract. Oldest rookie of all time. Schoolboy, Yamamoto, or Skeens. I'm going for Yamamoto, dude, because he pissed me off. His little splitter. I'm waiting. I'm sitting on that splitter, dude. I see your little dip. I'm taking that dip right down the third base line, dude, for a double. That's what I'm doing. Going back in time, watch the game. Greatest show on turf, Super Bowl. It's not Christmas season until Black Friday. All right, fine, dude. I was trying to get it started early, so my nose went red. You have a season tickets to one season. Dang, it's hard not to just say like one of my teams, right? But then I'm like, oh, the opportunities to see some other crazy stuff like 72 Dolphins or something. I'm going to 1954 New York Giants at the Polo Grounds. Yeah. 1954 Giants at the Polo Grounds, dude. Okay? We're seeing it through. Okay? And then if you keep me back then Disneyland opens next July and I can go enjoy that. Hang out with Walt Disney. Boom! A little Willie Mays and Walt Disney action, dude? Get out of here. Basketball camps. I think I did a basketball camp or two. Can't get any hit in the 40 pitches. You don't get anything. But I'm saying I get multiple contact. Like if I'm saying I don't swing and miss at 20 pitches, hit the 21st pitch, but it's a grounder to the shortstop and I'm thrown out and then I'm done, right? I still get my other 19 pitches. Because if I have unlimited chances in those 40, then I'm doing that. Wish I learned how to skate and play hockey. And again, 50 grand would be phenomenal, but it's not changing my life forever. It's helping me for the next year or two and then it's gone. But 10 million, I'm set for life. You know? Skate and play hockey. Yeah, I'm not the best skater. I did play roller hockey for a season. I played, with rollerblades. I only did one season though, but it was fun. Concessions inside the park. Most early 1900 stadiums, Polo Shibe, Ebbets had concession stands or booths near the entrances and concourses. Peanuts, Cracker Jacks, hot dogs, popcorn, soft drinks. Alcohol was also common until Prohibition. Wow. That splitter inside off the knuckles. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm probably not swinging at any of the inside pitches. No. If I have unlimited chances, I'm swinging at every pitch. But, yeah, the splitter inside would be... If they just threw that at me the whole time, I'd have a tough day. Vendors in the stands, hawkers just like today. The human vendors walking the aisle selling peanuts, Cracker Jacks, lemonade, cigars. Cigars, dude. Scorecards and sometimes even ice cream. They yell out things like, peanuts, go get your peanuts here. Penguins are a team I initially bandwagon. I'm a Pens fan for life. I heard that. Not unlimited? Oh, well then no. That's what I get one crack of the bat for 10. No. No way. I'm just give me the 50K, dude. But if you give me 40 pitches and I can hypothetically can hit all 40 for a chance to get a single, then I'm doing that. But no, if it's 40 pitches but I only get one crack of the bat, no. Hell no. Because in those 40 pitches, how many can I make contact with? What percentage? Maybe not a high percentage. So I need multiple chances. Yeah, there's no way, dude. If a Hall of Famer would hit 3 out of 10, what? I mean, I understand. Like most people think he's got to be a Hall of Famer. I'm not. Maybe I'll get in. With the player ballots later on down the road. Maybe we'll see. But again, I didn't play the game for my own personal accolades or anything like that. I played for the team. What really mattered at the end of the day was if we got the win or not, and if we were hoisting the trophy at the end of the season. But obviously, getting into the Hall of Fame, especially on a player vote with my peers voting, of course that would mean a whole lot to me. But that's not why I played the game. I used to think season tickets meant road games too. I probably thought that too, honestly. Only skated on ice once. I skated on ice a few times. But it's always so much time in between that it gives me, there's like a 10-15 minute learning curve period where I got to remember how to skate. Independent operators. In the early days, many of these sellers weren't employed directly by the team. They leased space or paid a fee. And they still kind of like that now. They're contracted. Notable innovation. Harry M. Stevens, famous concessionaire who started in the 1880s, helped formalize stadium concessions. He often is credited with popularizing hot dogs and scorecards. How cool. What about Ice Cold Kenny Bo, man? Sorry, I mistyped. You just get 40 chances at the crack of the bat. You just need one hit. Okay, yeah. If I get 40 chances at the crack of the bat and I just need one hit, 100% I'm taking that. 100%, dude. But yeah, if I only get 40 pitches and I'm out, if I hit one to the first baseman, then yeah, no. But your boy knows how to carry a bat, dude. He knows his way around a diamond. Okay? He knows his way around a diamond. Now I have an idea too that I thought about. What do you guys think about this? I was thinking about some of my videos, old videos, um, from years and years ago. I was thinking, not all of them, but just some of them that I can't redo or film. I was thinking about like re-editing them and putting out like a remix version. Um, so one of the candidates I was thinking about is when I got to take batting practice at Oracle Park, and so I thought it would be fun to like re-edit it, you know. But um, look, man, your boy knows his way around a diamond. He's playing the hot corner, dude. He was getting heckled by Vita Blue. And he was still, oh, look at the old logo, dude. Oh, we've come a long way, folks. We've done it all, haven't we? Um, Dude, the kid was playing left field, right? He's playing left field, dude, right? Uh, I think it was Bill Lasky was hitting the balls to me right here. And look, dude, like I said, integrity's big, dude. I even show when I miss. I commit an error, dude, and I kept it in. I could have edited that out and made myself look good, but I didn't. And you got to remember right here, I had a broken finger. I think it's right here is when I miss it. Oh, no, never mind. I had a broken finger right here. And I had that broken finger I had, this was in September. I broke it in February, and it was still broken because your boy didn't have health insurance because we live in the greatest country in the world. I didn't have health insurance, so I never got it fixed. As you can see, it's still broken. It never got fixed. Okay? So I had a broken finger. I wasn't doing anything right here. There's my error. I wasn't doing anything physical this entire year. So I was so out of shape and gassed right here. And I'm still out there making plays, dude. So you think I don't get 40 chances? Right here, look at this. Look at this. At the warning track, little jump and snag, dude. Blue Jays could have used me. That's all I'm saying. Blue Jays could have used me. So, look, you give me 40 chances, I'm come on. After this, I think I play the hot corner right here. Okay? It plays, yeah, look, Rich Murray's hitting the balls. Look at this. Watch when I barehand it. I barehand it and gun it to first, dude. You think I'm not? And look, I'm so out of shape, I can't even like bend. Look, I barehand that ground ball. Here's another one, barehand it. Look at that. On the pop, yeah. What other YouTuber is out there playing the hot corner? Kai Cenat ain't doing it, dude. Is he even on YouTube or just Twitch? I don't know. Whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, dude. Is Jack Septic Guy playing the hot corner? Does he still do videos? Is Dr. Disrespect snagging it at the warning track? You tell me, dude. You tell me. Okay, now Vita Blue is heckling me. Okay. Look, dude, I didn't start off hot. Like I said, I was really out of shape. And then look, Rich Murray, he's like, oh, make this little adjustment, young man. And we got you a contract, right? And then, boom, right down the line. Cranked it down the line, dude. And then Rich Murray was like, give me some love. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Is Dr. Disrespect driving it down the line? I don't think so. I really don't. Is he even on YouTube? I don't know who's on YouTube anymore, dude. Who's on YouTube? Is Mr. Beast hitting doubles down the line? I doubt it. I doubt it, dude. I took off my glasses just to put them back on cool. Scorecard from Mariners Royals game in 08. Yeah, find it and post it to the Discord. Re-edit them, put them on a new channel. Dude, you want me to start a new channel so bad. They have some of my older boudoir photos. You know, you get a better perspective. Yeah, I think I might do some remix videos, you know? Re-variety. It's the biggest field I've ever been on was Autzen Stadium. They let you go on the field after the game. That's cool. We got to redo that list in the Discord. Everyone who's in the Discord, everyone update your lists if anything's changed. Because we had 2 lists of all the stadiums you've been to, but also all the fields you've been on. All the fields you've been, you have to touch the field. Definitely think that was your better color editing. Know if you're editing now, it looked way better. Yeah, for sure. I know you have season tickets for Niners, but if you could have free season tickets, either Giants, Niners, Warriors, or Sharks for life, I think Giants would be the best bang for my buck. Especially if that includes the World Series, if we go. It's not going to be 49ers. And I'll tell you why. Like I said, I don't want to go to every game for the 49ers. So it would be Giants or Warriors for sure. Sharks it wouldn't be because just NHL tickets are cheaper in general. So it would be Giants or Warriors. Like Giants is obviously best bang for your buck, but Warriors is not too far behind that and pricier. So it's like, is that better to have that? But then again, what if post Steph, the Warriors are in the dumpster again? And it's like, I always love going to Oracle Park. If I just had season tickets and it was just like a hangout, I could just hang out there. You know what I mean? Look, it's Giants or Warriors and I'm flipping a coin. That's it. That's it, dude. Talk to my lawyers. Take $100K on the spot or $10 million to strike out one player. Feel like you'd be an all-star pitcher. That's $100K on the spot, dude. I can't strike out. Now, look, in my younger days, nah, I couldn't. Dude, I'm undersized, dude. I can't throw that fast. And I haven't pitched in 30 years. I was an all-star pitcher as a kid, though. I don't mean to flex on you. There was actually, I was an all-star pitcher, all-star starting pitcher for the All-Stars, and starting shortstop for the All-Stars, for both. So we had like an all-star game in, it was a regional all-star game, and we had it in Pacifica. And so I started the game at pitcher. I pitched for whatever they had a rule. You could only pitch 3 or 4 innings or whatever, because it was the all-star game, because they wanted everyone to get a shot. So I pitched 3 or 4 innings, whatever the limit was, and then I went to shortstop for the rest of the game. And I will never get over this game. I've told this story before, and I'm going to tell it again. First of all, I don't know if I kept them hitless, but they didn't score any runs on me as a pitcher, okay? I don't want to say they were hitless. I don't want to say they were hitless. I think they were, but I'm not going to say that. They might have got a hit off me. I don't remember. But I think I do have this on like a camcorder tape somewhere that my mom or my stepdad filmed. And I will find it. But they were scoreless when I was a pitcher. And then it became a game after that, okay? At some point in the game, I think we were down. It's been so long, I can't remember. But I think we were down. But I was on third base. I think I stole second, and I got to third. And it was always a dream of mine to steal home. Okay, I always wanted to steal home. A lot of it was because of the Sandlot. Okay, Benny the Jet Rodriguez steals home. And to me, stealing home was like the coolest thing you could do because it's so difficult. It's so rare. And Pitcher threw a pitch in the dirt. I took off and I stole home. And it was the greatest feeling of my life. I get back to the dugout. Everyone's cheering, high-fiving. The umpire calls me out. The umpire says, I never touched home. 100% I touched home. I slid across home. I slid across the base. I didn't like run and jog past it, jump past it. It wasn't like a close play at the plate. Nothing like that. I slid across home. I felt home plate under me as I slid through it. But he was too focused on the catcher trying to find the ball. And he called me out. And I will never forgive him. Look, I said that if I was a ghost, you'd have to take me on the Matterhorn or Big Thunder Mountain to free my spirit. But it might be that, actually. If I die, I might become a ghost. And I will be haunting that baseball field forever. Until that wrong is righted. And they call me safe at home. So if I'm a ghost and you want to release me from the spirit world so I can finally float away off to heaven or whatever, you're going to have to find a way to have me steal home. My spirit, have my ghost steal home and call me safe. And then I can finally be free. And that's that, dude. That's that. Talk to my lawyers. That's it. I will never get over that. Okay? When I'm on my deathbed, when I'm 160 years old, because they're coming out with new drugs and stuff, you know? When I'm 160 years old and I'm finally ready to check out and they're interviewing me, right? The Nobel laureates and whoever, I don't know who those people are, but, you know, just important people. All these professors and stuff are there to interview me because they're like, you've lived the most amazing life of all time and we need to just document your words and your thoughts and your experiences as much as possible. And my whole deathbed is just surrounded by these like incredibly accomplished journalists and stuff, and they're all trying to get like their last interviews and whatever. When they're doing that, dude, and they're asking me like, you know, what are the biggest moments in your life that like course correcting moments? That's one of them. That might be the one, dude. That guy stole glory from me. That changed the course of my life. Because he snatched that moment away from me, dude. Because you weren't paying attention. And here's the thing. The ball didn't bounce far away. The ball hit the dirt. The catcher lost it. And the ball was like right by home plate. But the catcher didn't know what was going on. The umpire didn't know what was going on. And I had already decided I was stealing home. And I took it. And then guess what? Did the umpire think it was karma to then take that moment from me because I took home? Wasn't right, dude. Wasn't right. Wasn't right. I think it's on video somewhere too. So if I find that, dude, I'll show you guys. And I will prove it. And then I'm going to write to the Little League. I forgot what league it was. I was like 12. The leagues have probably all changed since then, dude. This was 60 years ago, you know what I mean? I'm old. But, yeah, I'm going to write to them and have them reverse that decision. Return my trophies. That's what I'm going to tell them. But anyways, my point is I'm not striking out. I'm not striking out an all-star. I'm not striking out anyone. Because I'm convinced this channel is dead. Your videos definitely should get more views. Well, my new video did well. No hell any of us is striking out an MLB player. Yeah. Jets stole home. The Jets stole home. I did it. Blue ruined your life. That's what I'm saying, dude. Imagine how much better my life could be if I was just given my just due. Maybe that's one of the reasons I'm so radical now, dude. He's radical. That's why I hate umpires. I'm going to find that video and prove my innocence. Wasn't out. Wasn't out, dude. Wasn't out. Okay? Anyways. New video out this week on probably Thursday. If you haven't watched, go watch the Pure Sema video. It's doing very good. Okay? It's doing very good. Go watch my old video taking batting practice at AT&T Park. Got 200 views on the Pure Sema video since I started this live stream. It was at 22.4. Now it's at 22.6. We're climbing up the charts, dude. We're climbing up the charts, dude. Mr. Beast better watch out. Watch his back, dude, because he's not playing the hot corner. Right? He's not patrolling left field. You know? I don't know what else to tell you. Don't know what else to tell you. Should pull a bald look. I mean, I've done that before. I shaved my head like a year ago. Was it a year ago? However long, whenever it was. No, it was a little longer than a year ago. It was before the last A's home game, because it was already growing out by then. I shave my head every once in a while. My plan was to shave my head at the end of the year. I shave my head like every once in a while. I usually never have my hair this long. Only the last few years have I started like growing it long. I usually keep it short. Dude, I've been hunched over this whole live stream. Like, this is just me sitting normal. I've been like this the whole live stream because of the mic, because I don't want the mic all in the camera. Ugh, my posture sucks. When are we getting gaming videos? Dude, I don't want to do gaming videos, dude. I only play Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, if you just want to watch Red Dead Redemption 2 over and over, you know. I mean, I'll do that. You know. I'll do it, dude. Don't you tempt me. All right, dude, we're bleeding. We're bleeding viewers at this point. I hope you guys all have a great, wonderful week. I will see you next Thursday. I mean, next Sunday and this Thursday. New video this Thursday, okay? It's going to be a fun one. Go watch the Lost Ghost Town on the California Coast video if you haven't yet. It's doing numbers, dude. It's doing numbers. And Mr. Beast better watch his back, dude. Go watch Nosferatu. Go watch One Battle After Another. And then we'll talk about that another time, okay? Frankenstein comes out Friday, okay? Something's wrong with my voice, dude. I'm definitely dying. I don't know what else. If there's anything to say. Bring back the Expos, okay? Bring back the Expos. Maybe they could have beat the Dodgers. Go 49ers, even though we're still injured and Brock Purdy apparently passed away and they don't want to tell us. Okay? Go Warriors, stop losing winnable games. Go Sharks. If you missed the beginning intro of this live stream, please go back and watch it because I planned that out and I thought it was fun. Okay? All right. Time to go get some food, dude. No show and tell this week. I actually looked for anything to show and tell, and I didn't really have anything. I'm sure I have stuff, but I couldn't think of anything. So that's why I just did the hat, you know, with the I love the Expos patch. So I've never worn this hat yet, so I figured it was something. Yeah, but maybe show and tell next week. We'll see. Oh, I do have a show and tell for next week. I don't think it's here yet, but it's coming in the mail. 2 things are coming in the mail that are going to be big hits with show and tell. He stopped spending, folks. That's true, too. The kid's broke. The kid is broke. He's got to go to Buffalo. All right, Ruben. Ruben, you're too late. I'm getting out of here. Go watch the beginning of the live stream. I worked hard on that, planning that out. I didn't work that hard, but it was fun. New video Thursday. See you next Sunday. Like, subscribe, share, do all the cool things cool kids do. Something or other tours, now variety for life. Dodgers suck. Otani's overrated. We'll talk about it next week.